What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us today on our live recording of the Block Talk podcast here on Facebook Gaming. I am your host, See-Through. For those of you that don't know, I'm a Minecraft streamer on Facebook Gaming. Started this podcast to give my community some additional content to listen to on the daily. This podcast is searchable on all the big guy websites. Go check it out. Search Block Talk. It's getting big. We're getting out there, baby. Let's go. Today, we don't have any special guests today. I messed my scheduling up, and so we're just going to do this one on the fly here, and we're going to talk about my personal top 10 favorite survival games outside of Minecraft. What is there out there other than Minecraft to play? If you've got a PC or something, you want to, experiment around with some other survival builder type games, I've got some stuff for you guys. Each one of these games, I've probably got roughly probably 100 hours plus in each one of these. Definitely a very good selection. I'm hoping discussing all this stuff with you guys will kind of open your eyes to add a few new games to your library. And if you guys are following along throughout the video or the podcast, I'd love to hear your comments on each game. If you've played it, if you want to play it, if you're looking forward to it, any of that kind of stuff, guys. So we're going to get started with number one on the list. Matt in the chat will probably agree with me on this one. They're not in any specific order, guys, but they are my top 10 for sure. The first one being Ark Survival Evolved. Who's all played Ark in the chat, guys? Ark is a super cool game, which makes it easy to throw into the top 10 here. You've got anything and everything from building, crafting, armor, weapons, huge variety of maps, multiple expansions, so many expansions. There's probably 10 expansions now. It kind of gives you different dinosaurs and stuff like that. That's the big thing, guys, is capturing and taming dinosaurs and trying to not get eaten alive. It's a super cool game. Matt said he's got 500 days played on that one. Yeah. Ark is a time-consuming game. There's really no end game. You're ultimately trying to collect as many dinosaurs as you can, and fight the bosses at the end, and just survive like you normally would in any other survival game. Very difficult though. Very tough to first get started if you don't know what you're doing. It's kind of rough, but it is a lot of fun, and I highly recommend you try it. I believe it's on all platforms, so you could play it on Xbox or PlayStation or PC, any of those. So, that's Ark. Definitely a good one. Give it a shot. The next one I'm going to introduce you guys to, I've played this one quite a bit. It is almost a Zelda-style feel to it. Another survival builder game, Craftopia. Craftopia, I believe, is only available on Steam and possibly another location on PC. I'm not too sure, but Craftopia is super cool. It's a kind of a third person, almost like a fourth person, if there was such a thing as further back than third person. It puts you on an island, starts you on an island. You can travel to different dimensions, and has a very big Zelda feel to it. Super cool. There's all kinds of things like collectibles, like the typical wood and ore, kill animals for food, fishing, crafting, building, all those kinds of things. But it's as you can see in the picture, if you're watching this live, it looks a lot like Zelda. Very cool game. Not very popular out there as far as like the potential that it has. I think it could potentially be a lot more popular game, but definitely give that one a look and a shout and a try. All those things. The next one is a pretty renowned survival game. Most survival people that love play survival games, they've played this one a time or two. This one here is The Forest. The Forest is fantastic. Super fantastic game. Who's played The Forest in the chat? Anybody played The Forest? I don't know. I don't know. It's super great, man. So you start out, you're in a plane, and this is actually similar to one of the other games that I've got on the list too. You start out, you're in a plane, the plane crashes, you're stranded on an island, and your son is missing. More or less, you have to ultimately find your son. This game can be completed fairly quickly, but if you kind of drag it out and do everything that it has to offer, it's a really good lengthy game. There's like zombies, hordes of zombie type mutant guys running around. There's like, like during the nighttime, they're more all over the place, and honestly, you can kind of get away. Like the longer the days go on, the stronger and the more mutantized, we can say, I guess, that the mutants get. Like they grow and evolve as time goes on, like during your playthrough. It can be kind of a scary game, but not really. Like if there was a scare factor to 1 to 10, maybe like a 5. Let's guess what else is on the list, everyone. Nope, this is all games outside of Minecraft. Nope, no Minecraft on this list. So The Forest, yeah, man, check it out. It's super awesome. If you've never played it, they're in the process of releasing a second one, and it's going to be insane, and I can't wait to play it. Hopefully it comes out soon. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I missed ones before The Forest. Ark, Craftopia, and The Forest is the one we're on now, and we are going to go to the next one, which is Grounded, that is not Grounded. There it is. There's Grounded. Grounded is a awesome cartoon style crafting game, guys. If you haven't played Grounded, you need to play Grounded. I believe this one as well is also on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. It's a lot of fun. It is literally based off of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're a little kid that got shrunk, and you're stuck in the backyard, and you're trying to find your way around. There's bugs everywhere that can kill you, spiders, ladybugs. They've recently did another update that adds like roly-polies and stuff like that. There's mosquitoes and all kinds of crazy stuff, and you're more or less trying to take pieces from the backyard, craft up different things. You can use grass blades to build your house. Going to be the best on the list right here. Yeah, Grounded is a very, very, very good game. If I had any complaints about it, it's that they just don't release content fast enough, because they're doing it in like a level-based release system where they're just releasing a little bit at a time. I'm just ready for this game to be 100% complete. Super amazing game. Lots of quests you can do, running around collecting burgle chips and finding different kinds of things all around the backyard. Super amazing. I believe in the most recent update there's always been a sandbox, a kid's sandbox in the backyard, and I believe they've added an actual like sand biome inside the sandbox that has like scorpions and stuff in there, which is kind of cool. I kind of want to go revisit it since the new updates came out. Very awesome game, man. I love watching this game. Never played it though. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. You hydrate yourself with dewdrops off of grass blades and stuff. Like you eat little larva bugs. It's really, really a good game. Absolutely. Now the next one that is on the list is probably the most realistic survival game I've ever played. What platform is this game on? Yeah, Grounded is on all platforms. It's super awesome, Hannah. Super awesome. This one has got to be the most realistic and pretty like on a scare factor. So we had The Forest around a 5. The Green Hill's probably on like a 7. This game is intense. Like the things you have to do to craft items is so realistic. You have to, when you're starting a fire, you have to put the stick in the top of the fire and rub your hands back and forth together. As you can see in the picture, there is he has a leech on his arm, and if you're walking through the forest and you brush up against some basically you're in the Amazon. Okay, so there's lots of things in the Amazon that could kill you. which makes it pretty insane. But you'll get leeches on your arms or your legs, and you have to constantly check in case you like run through a bushed area. You have to look at your arms and legs and make sure you don't have leeches on you. Keeping up with your hydration and your hunger is extremely insane. So if you're looking for that as close to real life experience that you can get, I would highly recommend Green Hell, because it is next level realistic, and it's very hard game to play. Very hard game to play. But once you get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun. Absolutely. Think I'm getting this one on payday? Oh, Green Hell? Yeah, Green Hell is it's intense. It's very intense. I got a lot of hours in it, and I finally started to figure it out. I've found out, so eventually you learn how to build a mud hut, per se, kind of your own little house. You gather up mud, you have to take water and mud out of the river, and you cook the bricks, and then you have to make like 100 bricks just to make one wall. Like it's very lengthy, and there's no massive mansion building. Like it is literally, you build like what would be equivalent to like a 6x6 block house in Minecraft, and it takes you like days to build it. It's insane. You have to watch out for leopards, lions, snakes, all kinds of crazy stuff. If you get bit by a snake, you might as well just close the game and restart, unless you have already found like a leaf antidote or something like that. You can craft antidotes to kind of recover yourself from like poison bites or stuff along those lines. Very, very realistic game. Super awesome. The next one on the list, if my image is right here, is Scrap Mechanic. Scrap Mechanic is a lot of fun. It's kind of a goofy ragdoll style game. Ragdoll is in, if you fall from too far, your character just falls in kind of like the silliest way possible. But where this game shines is in its mechanics. It's building. There's motors, rotors, cylinders, all kinds of stuff, and you literally can build anything that you can imagine in this game. So if you really like the concept of redstone and stuff, you know, mechanical stuff like that from Minecraft, this game is amazing. Yeah, very engineer-like, absolutely. Yeah, you can literally build anything. You can build cars, put different size wheels, adjust the power of the engines. It's just, there's so much. There's so much. Like, if you could imagine Minecraft blocks, but like a tenth of the size, that's kind of the block system in this game. There's bots and enemies running around, always trying to kill you and stuff. Once you build your house, it'll get raided like every 12 hours in game, 12 hours. So you have to constantly, like if you're growing vegetables, like the robots and stuff that are around don't like it when you're growing vegetables, so they'll come and try and raid your house, and they'll completely destroy everything. There's like a bed respawn point mechanic, same as Minecraft, but this game is awesome if you're extremely into the engineering and the mechanical side of like redstone and stuff like that. This will satisfy you beyond belief. Very, very cool game. You can build giant bases from what I saw, but good luck finding big enough area. What's that on Green Hell? Yeah, and it would take you so long, man. It would take you so long. I swear I streamed it one day for about 6 hours, and I got 2 walls up, like literally like in a 4x4 area, just 2 walls. All right, on to the next one. This is Stranded Deep. Stranded Deep is a super cool castaway feel, stranded on an island type of survival game. This one's also really cool, and I believe this one is available on all Xbox, PlayStation, and PC as well. Now, the way that this one is it's randomly generated islands, almost in a grid formation. You spawn in the middle one and just say that there's 8 islands north of you, 8 islands south of you, and 8 islands in both other directions. You kind of construct things to build a campfire, get you a raft made, and yeah, you just survive, travel to different islands, find more stuff, build shelves, stash everything away. Absolutely great game if you've never played Stranded. There's Stranded, and then there's Stranded Deep. I think Stranded's only on PC, but Stranded Deep, I believe, is on all the platforms. But I put a lot of time into this game and actually beat it several times. More or less, you're trying to eventually repair and fix a plane on an old wrecked cargo ship, so you can get off, so you can get out of the islands and stuff. I wonder if any of them have a PS5 version. Potentially, and I'm sure if PS5 is anything like Xbox, you can download older version games on their store or something like that. All right, so yeah, that's Stranded Deep. Pretty up there in realistic, survival games. I mean, there's a couple aspects to it, like you pick a coconut up, you have to bash it on the ground to break it and drink the milk from it, and then you can use it as bowls and stuff like that. It's pretty good one. Definitely not as realistic as Green Hill, but it's up there with realistic type survival games for sure. This one, however, if we're going back to the fear factor, this is Subnautica. Now, if we had The Forest at a 5 out of 10, we had Green Hill at about a 7 out of 10. Subnautica, for me, is a 10 out of 10 all day long. The water survival games scare me more than the other survival games, just because you don't know what's lurking. This one, though, Subnautica, and you guys, some of you guys in the chat have seen me stream Subnautica back in the day. This game scares the absolute crap out of me. This is a scary, scary game. So you start out on kind of a raft, and the first thing you see is this big carrier ship just being blown up and destroyed. And you more or less, you're trying to survive, but it's a different aspect because you're building everything underwater. All your builds and everything are underwater. And there's pretty scary like fish and stuff. You're on an alien planet, so there's like weird fish and things floating around. Majority of them won't hurt you unless you get close to them. They're pretty passive. But the more you branch out, this game is huge, guys. Like, this map and game is massive. It's like as massive as open world Minecraft. Like, there's just no end to it anywhere. You more or less go to collect resources, and then you build the stuff that you can build with those resources, and you go out further and further and find better resources, come back to your home base. You can build like submarines. There's like a fan thing that you can hold in your hand that propels you through the water. You eventually get to the point to where you could build like a mech suit that goes down and collects resources from like super, super deep. You have to keep an eye on the pressure level of the water to make sure your suit doesn't cave in on itself. But the scare factor is there's all kinds of really, really horrific, scary fish in this water. Or fish, I guess we can call them fish. There's actually on my YouTube, Tracy, is if you want to see a thing, I believe you're in my Discord, I'm not sure, but I'll post the short that I had of me getting the crap scared out of me on this game. It's insane, and I believe they have a VR version, and I would never ever in my life try that because it about gave me a heart attack. More suspenseful, you know it's coming, but you don't know when. Yes, very true. Yeah, you know it's coming, but you don't know when or where. Like, you'll just be like looking for a certain material out there, and you're like, oh, there it is, cool, and you go over to mine it, and all of a sudden, like this big old like reaper ghost fish just comes and just eats your face off, and you're trying really hard not to die because you have to go back and get your stuff if you do die. Just absolutely insane. When these creatures come out of nowhere around the corner, it can be scary, especially for someone who's never played it or seen someone play it. Yes, very true. Imagine doing a star scare on this game. Yo, we did do that. That's probably why you said that. But yeah, man, Subnautica is a very fun game. Very, very fun, but it leaves you on the edge of literally on the edge of your seat the whole time because you don't know what's out there. You just don't know. And I swear there's like 1,000-foot electric eels. There's like crazy stuff. There's some really insane stuff in that game. I haven't played it all the way through yet. I plan to hopefully revisit it someday soon and kind of play a little bit. But yeah, Subnautica. Holy crap. The next one we have is Valheim. I streamed this one for quite a while. I know Red Baron's playing around with it right now. Valheim is a super, super cool game with a really strange art style, kind of a beautiful pixely mosaic art style. Viking, it's all based around Viking times. A lot of like Thor and Zeus, like Easter eggs throughout this game. And it's just a really fun builder. The only complaint I've ever had about Valheim is their structural integrity building system. So if you build a wall, say you want to build a real tall tower, you can't. Once you reach a certain build height, like the walls and stuff start becoming yellow and red, and eventually, like if you go past the red, everything will just start breaking. And it's kind of annoying to a point because you can't build very high. But Valheim's a really great game. This one I would call very overrated. Yeah, it's a very good game. It just doesn't have enough content. So outside of the building restriction and just really not having enough content in the game, it's a really good game outside of those two things. But to have so much like fun and love and playing this game, and then all of a sudden for the content just to end, like literally there's nothing to do after you defeat the last boss, you're just like, oh, okay, well now I'm bored. Now I don't want to do it again. But it's totally worth playing through at least once or twice for sure. And the last one is one probably nobody's heard of. I really enjoyed playing this game. It is called Vulcanoids. It is a steampunk based survival game. You're stranded on an island that's a volcanic island, and yeah, you use your digger here, like I've got in the picture. You first have to like build one, and once you get it built, then you can like add storage to it, and this digger thing is practically your home. And once a day, on this island, the volcano erupts, and you have to dig down into the ground and more or less hide until the volcano is done erupting. And then you come back up to the surface and go around and collect all your material, and then just once a day you have to go down underground. And once you get underground, you go like into cave systems and stuff. And like while the volcano is erupting and things up top, you can kind of explore down below and find different stuff like that. But very interesting game. This one's kind of off the beaten path, not on any top 10 like, you know, survival crafter game list that I've ever seen, but it's very, very cool. Definitely try this one out for sure. This was another one I was thinking of getting. It's interesting. That's about what I can say about it. Is compared to all these other ones, it's almost in its own standalone category, even though it is kind of it's a survival builder, but it's nothing like any of the other ones. It's very strange, but obviously if you've played all these games like I have, you're looking for that weird, strange, different thing. Expand the boundaries, Josh. Josh hasn't played any of these games. Man, poor guy. Sounds like Joseph. Joseph's only ever played Valheim in his life. But yeah, guys, that's my top 10 survival crafter games on my solo podcast, because we didn't have a guest today, so we did it anyway. I was thinking about just taking the day off, but we were gonna do it anyway. Gonna keep it going. Gonna stay true to the daily. Stay motivated. We talked about Ark, Craftopia, The Forest, Grounded, Green Hell, Stranded Deep, Subnautica, Vulcanoids, Scrap Mechanic, and Valheim. Those are my top 10 favorite survival crafter games. If you haven't played any of those, definitely look out there. I should put them in the description of this video. I think I'm going to try and do that. But we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Anybody got any questions for me or about the games that we discussed in the podcast, man? Josh, if I was to recommend one to you and Crystal, I would definitely play Grounded. Like, if you were to just get one game to play, I would definitely recommend Grounded, especially since it's on Xbox and PlayStation and everything. Give it a shot, man. Grounded is really fun, especially if you've ever been a fan of you know, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It'll make you laugh. It's really good though. I know Busy Schedule would do a co-op of one of these. What would you do? What? Wait, hold on. What? I know Busy Schedule, but would you do a co-op of one of these? What are you talking about, Nick? I'm confused. I am confused, but I need to go ahead and shut this puppy off. We're closing in at 25 minutes, and if I want to keep posting these every day, I got to keep them around 25 minutes. 25 minutes. So if you guys got any questions, let me know in the Discord. I will gladly answer them for you. But yeah, guys, until then, I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.